So how's it going today, everyone? And it looks like the worst Star Wars adaptation of all time, The Acolyte, is starting to hide negative reviews from Rotten Tomatoes. If you guys have not heard of The Acolyte by now, I don't know how. Everyone's talking about how this is a disgrace to Star Wars. It literally has lesbian space witches that get pregnant with the Force. I'm so glad I never got into Star Wars. I know this is Disney Star Wars, so it's not inherently the same thing. But Star Wars literally died after George Lucas sold his company to Disney. One of the worst things you can do is sell your company to a bigger corporation. But let's just read this article from That Park Place. And the headline reads, audience score for The Acolyte disappears from Rotten Tomatoes main page for the show. They're literally trying to hide how terrible and how garbage this show is. Like, you can't hide it when people are shitting on it every single time an episode releases. So I don't know why you think that makes you look better. It makes you look worse. But let's continue reading. The audience score for Star Wars' latest live action show, The Acolyte, has disappeared or has been removed from Rotten Tomatoes main page for the series. However, the audience score is still available on the show's first season page. Of course, that's the only score they want you to look at. The paid shill review, the fake YouTuber review, those fake reaction channels who say everything's a masterpiece and literally jump out of their chair every time every little thing pops up on the screen. You guys know who I'm talking about, or at least know what the type of content I'm talking about. They're paid. They're all bought and paid for, early access, see movies and TV shows and everything early. It is the fakest fuckers on the internet. Well, let's continue reading. When searching for The Acolyte on Rotten Tomatoes, people no longer see the audience score, but instead only see the tomato score, which shows the critic score. And you guys can see the picture right here. Yeah, that shit is just gone. It's zapped. Thanos snapped it away, because they don't want you to see how terrible it is. This isn't making you more money by doing this. It's making you seem more pathetic. People already saw the score. It was like, I don't know, 16% before? So you technically can't even hide it, because we already know what it is. So I don't fucking know. Disney is retarded. Fuck Disney. But let's continue reading. The audience score is still available on the website if you click on the show's first season page. It currently sits at an atrocious 14%. It's even worse than what I remember. That's a disgrace of this franchise. Amazing how you went from the most profitable movie franchise of all time to just a disgrace. You have to have some real talent in the wrong direction to accomplish something like that. And Star Wars fans are rightfully pissed off. They are seeing their favorite franchises get fucked over. What franchise hasn't been fucked over by now? So this doesn't surprise me whatsoever. This has been going on since episode 7 or 8, I think, when people shitting on it. Anything Disney made, basically. Because Disney has no talent, that's why they have to buy everything up. But let's continue reading. It also does not seem to be isolated to The Acolyte. Other Star Wars shows are also missing their audience scores, including Obi-Wan Kenobi, Andor, The Mandalorian, and Ahsoka. So basically everything that Disney has done. They are a fucking disgrace of a company, man. Trying to hide your failures does not make them a success. It just makes you a little bitch. But whatever, let's continue reading. Interesting enough, the Book of Boba Fett still has its audience score. Not sure why. Is that the best one? I don't think so. I think most people like The Mandalorian, the first 2 seasons. I'm not even a big Star Wars fan, but I know of it. I feel like everyone knows of it. But I'm pretty sure the best thing they've done is The Mandalorian season 1 and 2. Not sure why Boba Fett has a score up. Maybe it'll get removed eventually. Who knows? But whatever, let's continue. Rotten Tomatoes has previously faced criticism back in 2019 when it deleted over 50,000 audience reviews for another Disney property, Captain Marvel. Oh my god, I hate that character. She might have been an interesting character in the comics, but geez, they turned her into an obnoxious bitch. There's everything we hate about girl bosses in entertainment. Why would they think that is appealing? Well, why does any company think that's appealing? It doesn't appeal to women. Women like other women that are attractive, or mostly men. Mostly women love seeing attractive men. Men like seeing cool men and attractive women. We've known this forever. I don't know why Disney is so retarded, but women don't gravitate towards obnoxious bitches. And definitely not men, because men are the ones that are watching this content. You stupid fucks. Why are you appealing to women when they don't watch superhero movies or read comic books? I really wish they would have done the original Captain Marvel instead. Like the Marvel, I think his name is. I don't know much about that character, but I really wish they would have gone with him instead. But instead they made him a woman. So, oh well. Oh well for Marvel fans, but let's continue reading this article. The company explained in a statement to The Hollywood Reporter, "We launched some changes to the movie's pre-release functionality last week, which included not allowing users to leave a comment or review prior to the movie's release in theaters. However, we still invite users to vote if they want to see a movie prior to its release, and that vote total is displayed on the website." Well, that is nowhere near the same thing. I guess voting still gets the idea across if someone likes it or not, assuming there's a down vote, but a comment will be better and more specific on why people are not looking forward to a movie or not. They don't want you to say why, because then people will be discouraged. But let's continue reading. The company added, "We have identified a bug in the post-release functionality for the movies that have released into theaters since our product update last week. The quantity of user ratings, which is displayed directly below the audience score." Alright, this article is way too fucking long. This is why I hate reading articles. I just realized I'm barely even talking about Star Wars. This is why I fucking hate reading articles. This long, boring, and obnoxious shit. Let me scroll down to it gets back to the actual fucking topic that I came here for. Jesus fucking Christ. And nothing else in that article was specifically about Star Wars The Acolyte. It just went on about Star Wars in general, whatever. Like I said, articles are way too long. But anyway, Star Wars The Acolyte is a disgrace to Disney. They are fucking dumb if they think that this is gonna help them look better, I guess. That was the plan. Nobody sees it and everyone's just gonna think this is the best Star Wars show ever. Yeah, I guess. Not really. That is not gonna work. People don't even have to go to Rotten Tomatoes to know how terrible a show is. There are plenty of people shitty on this on the regular. There are plenty of people who made dozens of videos telling you how much of a piece of shit this show is. You don't need Rotten Tomatoes. I don't use that website that often. Like I said, watch people on the internet. If you see a lot of people attacking it, it's shit. There wouldn't be so much people talking about it if it was that good. Because people expect Disney to fuck it up. This show is literally the final nail in the coffin for Disney Star Wars. How can it get even worse than this? Lesbian space witches, terrible writing, terrible story, horrible acting, an actress that is racist towards white people. How can it get even worse than this? This franchise is fucked. It's fucked beyond belief. And now this shit is just getting funnier and funnier. People rather attack the show than watch it. It's more entertaining to see people shit on your franchise than watch the actual show. And that's what you fucking get by putting DEI mandates in charge of your company. This whole cast are not fans of the characters or story or the franchise. Why would you put them in charge? Why does every company do this? You have so much more respect if you just put people who are fans in charge of the franchise. It just is baffling to me how dumb corporations are. And I wonder what Rotten Tomatoes is gonna say. Are they gonna even address this situation at all? Like what they did with the Captain Marvel situation? Are we disabled the comments to stop hating misogyny? Like, are you fucking serious? Why do people even go to your website at this point? Like, you're just a whore for this corporation. Like, nobody should trust you at all. You literally lost all your credibility at this point. You're just an arm of the fucking Hollywood elites. You're not a real honest website just trying to help people out, help them decide if they like a movie or not. You're just a whore at this point. And nobody likes you and nobody respects you. So, oh well, rest in peace to Star Wars. I don't see how it could get worse than this. This is the worst Star Wars adaptation of all time. And Star Wars fans are pissed, and I don't blame them. Because who isn't pissed at this point? Because who hasn't seen their favorite franchise get ruined? So, oh well, Disney, go fuck yourself.